In 1978, the Ed Fund was created as the 501c3 affiliate of the Coalition to Stop Gun Violence, a gathering of religious organizations. They felt a spiritual calling to address the violence that was tearing apart America's families. The issue was also personal for our founder, Mike Beard. Mike had interned with John F. Kennedy and marched for civil rights with Dr. King. He saw his mentors and heroes struck down by assassins with firearms. More than 3 decades later, our work is still guided by our sense of faith and justice. We must make it difficult for those that are a danger to themselves or others to acquire firearms. States like California have shown that comprehensive gun laws, like universal background checks, save lives. But a stronger federal baseline of firearms regulation is needed. To enact a national gun policy, we must break the gun lobby's stranglehold on Congress. We're working with our partners to energize activists in every state, and we must make Americans and their elected officials embarrassed to associate with the gun lobby. Once these changes occur, life-saving policy proposals will be within our reach. The Educational Fund to Stop Gun Violence develops innovative strategies, pushing the gun violence prevention movement forward. We've pioneered new approaches to deal with the issues of mental illness in guns, pushed for a successful rebranding of the movement's messaging, and promoted 21st century technologies like microstamping. Microstamping makes it possible to trace guns from expended casings found at crime scenes. In January 2013, I was invited to the White House to brief the Vice President's Task Force on Gun Violence Prevention on the benefits of microstamping. The Ed Fund's reputation as a thoughtful and forward-looking voice on this issue has been more than 3 decades in the making. Our small staff is highly qualified and does the work of organizations twice our size. Because we have substantial experience and little bureaucracy, we respond quickly to changing dynamics. We are also personally invested in this issue. Some of our staff members are survivors of gun violence. We've worked hard to establish a reputation as an opinion leader, an honest broker of information that gets facts straight. We also benefit from the extensive network of personal contacts that we've developed with the organizations that make up our campaign to stop gun violence. The Ed Fund constantly develops new strategies to combat gun violence. We measure the impact of these ideas by tracking their use by the media and grassroots advocates. Progress on our Campaign to Stop Gun Violence project is measured by the quantity and quality of our partner organizations. The campaign has steadily grown to more than 100 members, including high-profile organizations like the Anti-Defamation League and the NAACP. We're also implementing a project to increase the gun lobby's negatives. We track its success by examining polling data to see if we're impacting their favorability rating. The Ed Fund may not be the best-known group in the gun violence prevention field, but we are an innovator that others in the movement frequently follow. We developed the long-term strategy to close illegal gun markets, promoted then unknown microstamping technology to disrupt gun trafficking networks, identified a new way to approach the issue of guns and mental health that focuses on the issue of danger while respecting concerns about privacy, and worked with the municipal officials to harness their buyer power to force gun sellers to change dangerous business practices. The Ed Fund was an integral part of the effort to pass the Brady background check law and the original assault weapons ban. More recently, we conducted a public education campaign to promote the enactment of a first-of-its-kind microstamping law in California. This innovative crime-solving technology imprints a code representing the serial number of a handgun on every expended cartridge case. We were also the first gun violence prevention group to talk about the issue in terms of democratic values and to use the term insurrectionism to describe the gun lobby's ideology, which is now in common use in the mainstream media. We face an opponent in the gun lobby that receives millions of dollars in direct corporate contributions from the gun industry every year. Nonprofits like ours simply cannot match that level of resources, but we have made the most of strategic opportunities to beat the gun lobby in Congress, state capitals, and the court of public opinion. The key to our success is to frame our cause in terms of unassailable American values such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We've developed a number of innovative campaigns that, if expanded, would save more lives. Our counter-marketing project encourages municipal officials to use their buyer power to make the gun industry behave responsibly. Municipal governments are some of the largest purchasers of guns due to their need to outfit local law enforcement departments. Firearms manufacturers understand the importance of this critical market segment and give it substantial attention. This gives cities considerable leverage in their dealings with the gun industry. Additional resources would allow us to implement counter-marketing strategies with law enforcement and grassroots advocates in new cities. We've also worked with mental health researchers to encourage lawmakers to focus on prohibiting gun possession by individuals who show evidence of being dangerous, rather than those who present a diagnosis of mental illness. We would like to bring this project to the attention of policymakers and advocates in new states. New resources would help us augment our capability in the area of digital media communications to take further advantage of e-advocacy. This would allow us to expand our outreach, mobilize new activists, and achieve reform in targeted campaigns. Additionally, we'd like to deploy organizers at the state level to implement campaigns based on the innovative strategies we've developed. This would include our counter-marketing strategy to reform the gun industry, the implementation of the crime-solving technology microstamping, and our newly developed approach to mental health prohibitions for gun buyers. Successful state campaigns are often the prerequisite to national implementation of these ideas.